morning.
It's about 10 a.m. on Thursday, and I wanted to pop on and do a little video because it gives me something to get through this day. Yesterday, I recorded a podcast that's going to go up on Saturday, and I had so much energy yesterday and so much positivity, and it was wonderful because I had gotten sleep. So much good sleep. That night before I had from like 9 until 1. That's a 4-hour stretch. And then, 4. And then from about 2 until 5:30, that's almost 8 hours of sleep. So I felt like an amazing person. Last night, the baby was up for 2.5 hours in the middle of the night, just fussing and so uncomfortable. I fed him, and then typically lately he's been just eating and going right back to sleep. But he did not go back to sleep. Instead, he spit up all over his crib, and it smelled like stomach acid, and he was so fussy, and I just could not get him to go back to sleep. I tried to put him in his crib 3 times, and he cried every time, "Don't stick your toes in my leg." And then I was like, fine, we'll just sleep in the chair. But he wouldn't settle down. The only way he was okay is if he was upright. But he did not want to be upright. He wanted to be flat. So it took me a really, really long time to get him to go back to sleep. I probably didn't get back in my bed till like 2. He was up at 11:30. I want to say 2 is when I got back in bed. And then he was up fussing several more times. So I don't know how much sleep I got last night. Maybe just under 5 hours total. And so I'm a little dead today. And I'm very emotional. Yeah. And no childcare today. So when you see the video on Saturday, you're going to be like, wow, you're so full of have so much positive energy. And you have so much creative energy. But I don't have any of that today.
Hi.
And there's 2 main reasons. 1,
Good morning.
I did not sleep. That's the biggest reason. 2,
One, I love you.
2, no childcare today. In fact, no childcare for at least a week and a half. The babysitter will be out from now. She's getting foot surgery tomorrow.
Yay!
Don't be loud. She's not even supposed to put weight on her foot for like 5 days. So she says she'll be back in a week. I cannot imagine a scenario where that is possible, especially since she's been sick and childcare has just been wildly inconsistent. Don't walk behind me, okay? That's not safe. So the second reason is no childcare. And that's not...
Mommy, my neck hurts.
Well, sorry. What are you going to do about it? Take a nap? The lack of consistent childcare, if you've been around, is my biggest struggle in parenting. Because I can't work, I can't get anything done. And overstimulation is real, y'all. And there's just no solution. I signed her up for pre-K. She's 10th on the list. And has been 10th on the list for almost 2 months now. So it's not looking good. It's very unlikely that she will get into pre-K. And there's just no other affordable option at all. So it's not really how I wanted to start. A week and a half minimum of... Please be a little quieter. Of no childcare. Is on almost no sleep with a fussy baby. I would give my arm to take a nap. And then just sit in like a Starbucks and crochet for a while and listen to a fun podcast or something. But that's not going to happen. We're just going to have to survive the day. And then it's dinner time. My mama will get here, and so I'll have a little bit of a break tomorrow morning from both kids, but then I have to do all of the work for this week that didn't get done. I have to write a sermon for Sunday, and I have to get a bunch of work for next week because I won't have any childcare next week done in, what, 3.5, 4 hours? So, I want to cry. I did cry already this morning. Twice.
Mommy, you like this?
Because I'm so tired.
Upside down.
Sure, you're upside down. The sweet boy's a-sleeping. I made myself some tea, and hopefully, I think I'm just gonna sit here and let her destroy the house while I maybe crochet on my Just Feel Better shawl, because wouldn't that be the best project for today? Neon Just Feel Better? Yes. You will find out all about this project on Saturday.
See this?
I promise.
Everybody down! Choo-choo, here comes the train. Choo-choo, here comes the train. Choo-choo, here comes the train. Choo-choo, here comes the train.
It's about 11:15. I did not end up crocheting at all. I sat down on the couch and literally, like, just everything hurt, and I felt like I was dying. And Nova was occupied looking at books and pictures. So I just closed my eyes for half an hour. I did not sleep, of course, because someone was on and off my body about 100 times. Not you. You were sleeping. But I feel better. My head does not hurt so much. I feel a little more in control of myself. Like I'm still probably gonna cry more today, but I'm not gonna cry like every second. So he woke up, fed him a little bit, gave her lunch. I ate some lunch, and then I mixed up some, in the first processes of mixing up bread dough, I'm making a white bread with some sourdough starter in it. It's not technically sourdough because it's not using the sourdough to rise. It's using the sourdough starter in my fridge for flavor. I have tried to make sourdough, pure sourdough, 3 times so far, and it has been a fail every time. I'm gonna keep trying, but for now, I have to schedule that. I need this, like a 3-day process. This takes, I don't know, 5 hours. And I'm making an extra loaf because we'll have some people over tonight and they're gonna wanna eat some bread. And so will you. Yes, Mr. Cheeks. Oh goodness, you wanna say hi? Say hi, say hi, say hi. Can we see your face? Oh, say hi. Did you say hi? Yay!
Get ready, Daddy B!
So that's what I'm doing, is making some bread. And Nova's currently playing train in the kitchen and running around like a maniac. We're gonna do it, friends. Just folding some laundry. Poor Elephant Lovey that got barfed all over last night by Noah. It's his favorite thing. And I washed these. I'm obsessed with these socks. These are the socks I knit and finished a while ago, but just recently took pictures of them so I could wear them. And I have been wearing them nonstop. They fit so perfectly my new foot shape, as I will talk about in the podcast. So I need to make more, because I think I have like a couple pairs that fit, and these are just like so soft and so comfy. You can tell I've worn them because they're already like super fuzzy. Do you have socks on your feet?
Yeah.
Let me see. Ooh. Do you like them?
I can skate.
You can.
Sometimes I slip and fall.
I gave her a pair of my old hand knit socks. Those are actually really quite a few years old. Those are some yarn that was dyed and then gifted to me by my friend Melody from Melody Crochet. I haven't seen if she's had a podcast in a very, very long time, but I really love those socks and I don't want to just get rid of them, but they're too small for me in my foot shape currently, probably forever. So I gave them to Nova and now she slides around the house in them, which is pretty adorable. It's 2 p.m. This is possibly the most unflattering angle I could possibly record at, but I am laying on my prickly mat for 20 minutes. I don't think I'm going to lay on this part for 20 minutes. The head part, I can barely make it 5 minutes, but the rest of it I can lay on for 20 minutes. The bread dough is rising. It's been several hours since I recorded anything because the babies were babying. I got Noah. Nova's in quiet time. Noah is asleep. For how long, I don't know. But I'm gonna lay on this prickly mat. It's an acupressure mat. I have a prana mat. It's Prana. Full disclosure, it's super pricey. Super pricey. I put away a little money here and there for like 2 years before I pulled the trigger and bought this on like a Black Friday sale. But it has been a lifesaver because it has all kinds of claims about things that it does, you know, like, oh, it helps your sleep and it helps blood circulation. And I do think it helps blood circulation. And if you lay on it for 20 minutes, you'll feel so refreshed, like you took a nap. No, I think those claims are overblown. But I have found it to be very valuable in terms of combating my constant overstimulation. And I can lay on this for 20 minutes, and as long as no one's touching me, it feels like my nervous system gets a break, and I am much calmer for a few hours afterwards. So I've been trying to do it every day. I can't every day because it's very sharp. Not sharp enough to make you bleed, unless, of course, you put all your weight on one spot, but it's pretty sharp, so I cannot have it out, of course, when the baby's around, but the baby's, like, always around. And Nova's always around. She's pretty good and knows not to touch it, but it doesn't mean she doesn't try to touch me the whole time, which defeats the purpose. So I'm gonna lay on this for 20 minutes, try to reset my nervous system so we can have a good afternoon. I hope. I don't know. I'm so tired, I feel shaky. And I don't know what the cry count is today, probably 4. I had a nice cry while Noah was nursing himself to sleep. So yeah, I'm gonna do this for a little bit and then see about shaping that bread dough into rolls. Done with my prickly mat. I checked on the bread dough, it's not quite ready yet. I'm sitting on the couch. I probably have 20 minutes before Nova comes out of quiet time, so I'm just gonna sit here and pray the baby doesn't wake up and work on this. It's a Just Feel Better shawl made in Big Twist Rave, which attacked me at Joann's the other day, and it is making me feel better, and I feel much calmer. Just physically, I'm more like, instead of being up to my eyeballs, like I'm gonna cry at any second, like I'm gonna snap at the kids, I'm gonna lose my mind and need to like punch a pillow, I'm just exhausted. So like it brought the overstimulation level down like 10 notches. Will it go back up? Yes, probably. But for now, like I feel it's just like a relief, which I'm really grateful for. So instead of talking, I'm gonna crochet a little bit. Forgive the state of my oven. It is a disaster. But I was looking in there to see, hi, hello. You got a broccoli? To make sure that the bread was rising, because I'm cooking chicken legs and broccoli in there at the same time, and I've never tried to cook bread and something else. I'm hoping it doesn't deflate when I have to take the chicken out. I'm gonna just do it really, really fast. We'll see. What do you think? You like that broccoli? Is it keeping you from fussing constantly? Hello, it's 5:20. I've escaped my house. I'm going on a walk. Grandma is there occupying Nova. The baby is getting a bath with Josiah, and I was like, I have to go. I need a minute. Walking helps me so much for a lot of reasons. Obviously, you know, movement and you're outside and fresh air and all of that is helpful. But one of the reasons I think walking really helps is because it's very rhythmic movement, very repetitive. And I find things like that soothing, which is why crochet and knitting are very soothing to me. So I'm out for a walk. If I'm going to have it together during bedtime in 1 hour for both of these kids, Mama needed a minute. I really should do this more often, but it's hard because right about now is usually the time the baby wants food. God. So and I nurse him, so it's like I can't really leave. I could we could give him a bottle, but then I'd have to pump and it's a whole thing and I hate pumping, so like, I don't usually go for a walk, but I really should more because it's very helpful. The bread is possibly the best looking bread of this. I've made this recipe like 3 or 4 times now. I can't remember if this is the 3rd or the 4th time, but the rise, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to eat that. So excited. What is with all the traffic? I've walked like literally 2 blocks already and passed 1 car. I turned the camera on, 3 cars immediately. So, anyways, I'm very excited to try the bread. I have to tell you a sob story, a funny sob story of the baby. So, the quickest way to make him cry hysterically is to eat something in front of him and not give him any. Cooking dinner is quite an obstacle because he just cries when he's on the floor because he wants to see what's going on, but he weighs so much. So I pick him up, then he tries to dive bomb the stove, whatever I am cooking, which is very dangerous. So today I was like, I will fix this. I'll put most everything in the oven. So I put chicken and broccoli in the oven. I made some rice on the stove. He pulled himself up on the oven door, put his face against the oven, and I happened to have the light on because I was checking the bread, started sobbing. Sobbing, you guys, because he saw food that existed that he couldn't have. What is this kid? He's such a chunk. I feel like that's all the updates. I am planning on getting some crochet in tonight after the babies go to bed. I would like to get 1 square on my Cozy Memories blanket done and a couple, maybe 2 rows on the Tunisian crochet floorproof for Nova. And then I will call it. We'll see if I have time to work on my Just Feel Better shawl. I'm going to end the talking portion of this vlog now because when I get home, it's going to be pure chaos. And then after they are in bed, actually before they're in bed, in half an hour, there's some people coming over. So I probably won't be filming much then. But yeah, I'm so, oh God, I feel so much better. Just being out for a walk, like I feel like 20 pounds is off my shoulders. So I'm really glad that I did this vlog. Gave me something to focus on today, other than the nonsense in my house.